You know what? I want to go back to doing the news, not being in the news.
Another powerful man has been brought down by accusations he sexually abused women.
On Monday night, we received a detailed complaint from a colleague about inappropriate sexual behavior in the workplace by Matt Lauer.
For 2 decades, that face was a familiar image, waking up millions of American families every morning.
The White House for a wide-ranging conversation. First up, the economy. After failing to win a single House Republican vote for his stimulus plan,
Matt Lauer once held the position of king at the pinnacle of television.
You started in this business with people who we don't talk about anymore. Why are we still talking about you?
Where he was trusted by millions of viewers like a beloved neighbor. Behind the brilliant aura and million-dollar contracts, an empire completely collapsed after one fateful night. No more applause, no more power, only silence. Blankets the life of a man exiled from the spotlight.
As I got more information and learned what was going on behind the scenes, it was really upsetting and disturbing.
So what exactly wiped out this icon in the blink of an eye? Let us find the answer right now. Matt Lauer was born in New York in the late 1950s. He attended Ohio University, but decided to stop his studies before completing his bachelor's program to pursue opportunities in the broadcasting industry. This risky decision marked the beginning of a career spanning decades. The first steps in Matt Lauer's media career began at local radio and television stations. He spent more than 15 years working at small stations such as WOWK-TV in West Virginia, WXEX-TV in Virginia, WJAR-TV in Rhode Island, and WNBC in New York. Here, he accumulated experience from the most basic jobs: noon news producer, on-air reporter, then gradually hosting programs. This sharpening helped him build a calm hosting style, which was an important factor later when entering the highly competitive national television environment. The young host's ability lay not only in his script reading skills, but also in his keenness in grasping the rhythm of current events. He understood that morning television requires a balance between the seriousness of news and the closeness, connecting with the audience at home. This is the skill that helped him catch the eye of larger media organizations. In 1992, Matt Lauer officially joined WNBC and quickly became a co-anchor of Today in New York and Live at 5.
With Katie Couric and Matt Lauer.
That's your version.
Just 2 years later, he was promoted to become the official news anchor of the national version of the Today Show. Joining NBC marked a major turning point, bringing his name to a new stature. When participating in the national news system, Matt Lauer quickly proved his ability to control situations in live programs. This professionalism became a valuable asset, helping him gradually take on more important positions during the network's golden hours. In the late 90s, Matt Lauer officially became the co-anchor of the Today Show, replacing Bryant Gumbel and hosting alongside Katie Couric. This was not just a news program, but an indispensable part of American morning culture. Under Matt Lauer's leadership, the Today Show continuously held the #1 position in viewership ratings for over 20 years, frequently leaving ABC's rival Good Morning America behind by a margin of millions of viewers each morning. The combination of Matt Lauer and Katie Couric created a successful formula that was hard to replace. They brought natural, cheerful interaction while still retaining depth, blurring the gap between newsmakers and the audience. Throughout 20 years, the program continuously maintained its leading position in viewership ratings. Matt Lauer played a key role in shaping this brand. He was not just a news deliverer, but also a leader of cultural conversations, from complex political issues to light entertainment topics, serving the diverse needs of the public. The career of this host was marked by conducting important interviews with the most powerful figures in the world, from Presidents George W. Bush, Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, and Donald Trump, to major stars like Oprah Winfrey, Michael Jackson, or Angelina Jolie. Matt Lauer frequently accessed exclusive sources. His ability to ask sharp questions and guide dialogues affirmed his position as one of the leading reporters. His workspace was not limited to the studio. Matt Lauer was frequently present at global hotspots, broadcasting live from the 2000 Sydney Olympics, 2004 Athens, 2008 Beijing, 2012 London, 2014 Sochi, reporting on Hurricane Katrina, the Haiti earthquake, and many other major events. His presence at the scene helped him provide a multi-dimensional perspective and reinforced his personal professional credibility. With a huge workload, starting from 4 a.m. every day, Matt Lauer had to maintain strict discipline. Constantly appearing in front of the lens for many years created an invisible bond with the audience. Many people considered him a familiar neighbor, a symbol of trust whenever they started a new day. Matt Lauer's contract with NBC was always considered one of the most valuable deals in the media industry at that time. With a peak salary of up to $25 million per year, he was not just a host, but also the face representing media power. The network's huge investment reflected his importance in retaining the audience in the face of intense competition from rivals. Behind the surface of power and an illustrious career, the dark corners in Matt Lauer's personal life gradually appeared, entailing an inevitable collapse. Sudden collapse. The end of 2017 marked a decisive turning point in the American media environment. The broadcasting and television industry witnessed the sudden disintegration of one of the most powerful figures following serious accusations of misconduct at work. This event changed the operating standards and public perception toward major media networks. On November 28th, the network received a detailed complaint from producer Brooke Nevels. The content of the complaint referred to incidents alleged to have occurred at an international sporting event held in Sochi. The official nature of the complaint forced the human resources and legal departments to conduct an urgent investigation. The management's response occurred very quickly. By the morning of November 29th, the decision to fire Lauer was announced. This firm action prevented the possibility of direct public confrontation and immediately removed the host from the broadcast schedule, demonstrating a tough stance against the accusations in the workplace. The speed of the dismissal drew significant attention in the media field. Networks usually go through a lengthy internal evaluation process before deciding to remove high-level personnel. The nature of the evidence accompanying the complaint forced the network to terminate the cooperation immediately, ending the host's career. This event coincided with the period when the #MeToo wave was spreading strongly. Organizations in many fields faced stricter scrutiny regarding the work environment and the power hierarchy system. The removal of a figure with the influence of Lauer emphasized the change in attitude toward behaviors that had once been concealed by power. After the dismissal decision was carried out, the scale of the accusations began to expand. Reports recorded at least 10 other women who had come forward with complaints related to the host's behavior. These testimonies outlined a pattern of negative behavior that existed throughout the work environment, not limited to a single isolated case. The nature of these accusations was very diverse, including sexual harassment, unwanted advances, and threats in the workplace. Many documents focused on the abuse of authority, where the host's position created an environment in which subordinates could not report the wrongful actions. Information detailing objects and behaviors that negatively affected the work environment emerged. Reports mentioned the giving of inappropriate gifts, such as sex toys, and requests that harmed the professional dignity of employees. These actions were described as creating a constant atmosphere of insecurity. Brooke Nevels, the person who filed the first complaint, later provided more complete documentation about her personal experience. Her testimony regarding the Sochi incident became a core factor in the broader investigation into the host's professional conduct throughout his time at the network. Discussion about this issue became more intense in February 2019 with the release of the book Unspeakable Things by Brooke Nevils. This publication provided comprehensive documentation of the events related to Lauer. The book's release brought the accusations back into focus, challenging previous statements about the nature of the encounters. In the content of the book, specific accusations of sexual assault were presented in detail, creating a story that contrasted with the information Lauer had previously maintained. The book helped reshape the debates based on claims supported by documentation, making it difficult for the public and those in the industry to ignore the severity of the matter. Lauer maintained his position, denying the non-consensual nature of the encounters mentioned. Through legal representatives and public statements, Lauer described these interactions as based on the voluntary participation of the parties. This defense argument stood in complete opposition to the conclusions the network reached after its internal investigation. The network, after reviewing internal data and corroborating testimonies, affirmed that the evidence was sufficient to lead to the permanent termination of the employment relationship. This conclusion from the organization rendered ineffective any efforts to restore Lauer's public reputation that he might have undertaken, if not for the violation ruling. When his career collapsed, the secrets that could no longer be hidden also pulled his marriage into an irreparable phase. Marriage collapse. Matt Lauer's personal life experienced many major fluctuations alongside his television career spanning decades. Before being with his second wife, Matt Lauer went through his first marriage with Nancy Alspaugh. They married in the early 80s and separated after 7 years of living together. Matt Lauer's next relationship was with Annette Roque, a Dutch model. The couple officially married on October 3, 1998, beginning a marriage lasting over 2 decades, attracting the attention of the public and entertainment media at that time. Signs of cracks in the married life of Matt Lauer and Annette Roque appeared quite early. In September 2006, while pregnant with their youngest son Thijs, Annette Roque filed for divorce. This legal action showed deep conflicts had accumulated within the family previously. In the initial divorce filing, Annette Roque made serious allegations. She described her husband as someone with emotionally abusive behavior, exhibiting extreme anger and attempting to strictly control the family's lifestyle. These details created a contrasting picture to his public image. The incident did not lead to a divorce result immediately at that time. Just 3 weeks after filing, Annette Roque decided to withdraw the request due to reasons related to the children's best interests. This decision helped maintain the family structure for an additional long period under public scrutiny. The divorce was canceled, but the relationship between Matt Lauer and his wife did not return to a peaceful state. The marriage continued to exist in a prolonged, tense atmosphere. Rumors about extramarital affairs and instability in personal life appeared frequently in entertainment media. Media outlets strongly exploited the signs of trouble in Matt Lauer's marriage. Information about private life was always a topic of interest to public opinion, especially when the personal reputation of the host at NBC station began to show signs of wavering before the public. Immediately after Matt Lauer lost his job position, the relationship with his wife officially shifted to a state of separation. The family bond, already fragile, now completely broke after the professional incident. After the separation period, legal procedures were conducted to resolve the marriage issue definitively. In July 2019, Annette Roque officially filed for divorce a second time. This time, the terms were conducted decisively, leading to a legal conclusion for the long-standing relationship. By September, the divorce process between Matt Lauer and Annette Roque was completed. Terminating the marital relationship marked the end of a long chapter in the personal life of the former host, while also resolving disputes over assets and remaining interests between the two sides. The financial settlement after the divorce was widely published in newspapers. Annette Roque received an estimated amount of $20 to $25 million. Besides that, she also held ownership of the horse farm in the Hamptons area, a valuable asset in the family's common estate. The asset division was carried out after many tense legal negotiations. This compensation amount ensured economic conditions for Annette Roque and the children after the family broke up. This was one of the divorce cases that consumed much ink in the American press in 2019. Matt Lauer and Annette Roque had 3 children together. Jack was born in 2001, Romy was born in 2003, and the youngest, Tease, was born in November 2006. The children's maturity was the top priority in the post-divorce agreements signed between the two sides later on. After all the breakups, his life moved into a completely different phase, separated from the public spotlight. Reclusive life. Matt Lauer has turned 68 with a lifestyle completely different from the peak of his television career. After leaving the spotlight, this former host has built a private world, completely separated from the hustle and bustle of work that previously consumed most of his time. With an estimated net worth of approximately $80 million, Lauer possesses stable financial resources to maintain an upscale lifestyle. This wealth was accumulated from decades of working in the national media industry, ensuring he does not need to return to a professional work environment to earn an income. Lauer's primary residence is a 25-acre estate in Sag Harbor, located in the Hamptons area of New York State. This property provides absolute privacy, helping him avoid public curiosity and professional paparazzi who frequently seek to exploit private information. Privacy has become the top priority in Lauer's daily life. Unlike the image of a host who always appeared on national television, he now chooses a reclusive lifestyle, limiting participation in public events or engaging in unnecessary communication as much as possible. Besides his main home in the Hamptons, Lauer also spends significant time in New Zealand. These trips act as a solution for changing his living space, allowing him to seek peace in remote areas, away from the media pressure that still clings to his primary residence. Regarding his love life, Lauer maintains a stable relationship with Shamin Abbas, a professional in the public relations field. This relationship has lasted for more than 6 years, beginning at the time of major upheavals in the former host's life, right after he left the television station. The bond between Lauer and Abbas is noted as an important factor for mental stability. Although much information has been speculated by the media about Abbas desiring an official marriage commitment, Lauer maintains a cautious attitude at this present time, without any moves to progress further legally. Although trying to hide, Lauer's life occasionally falls into the lens of paparazzi. In March 2026, images capturing him dining with his girlfriend in Sag Harbor appeared in the press, showing a calm demeanor with little major change in appearance. Appearing in public is no longer a need, but has become an unavoidable situation. Lauer accepts the reality that all his activities could become a subject for the entertainment media, but he chooses to ignore them, offering no feedback or comments regarding those images. Lauer's television career is determined to have ended permanently. No mainstream broadcasting organization accepts opening the door for his return, regardless of the experience and professional skills he once possessed. Lauer's reputation has been damaged beyond recovery after a series of serious allegations. Efforts to seek opportunities for re-emergence in media systems remain at the level of rumors or unofficial experiments. Media industry executives understand that bringing Lauer back to the screen means facing a fierce wave of boycotts from the audience. The caution of producers comes not only from old allegations, but also relates to newly released documents. Details about past behavior being systematized in books and reports have made Lauer's image an unacceptable commercial risk for television stations. Lauer's health and spirit are considered quite stable in his current circumstances. People who know him think he is adapting well to his personal life. This stability comes from accepting reality, no longer holding hope for restoring the media power he once had. A large portion of Lauer's time and mind is spent supporting his 3 adult children. The role of being a father has become the only connection helping him maintain ties with social life, as well as a responsibility he seriously fulfills after his old marriage ended. Although having a wealthy life in terms of material goods, Lauer clearly understands the price of a destroyed reputation. The trade-off between years of peak power and his current reclusive life is a lesson he has been forced to accept. Solitude has become a permanent feature in the large villa in the Hamptons, from the peak of American television power to the shocking collapse because of the #MeToo scandal. Matt Lauer's journey is a costly lesson about fame and morality. Losing his career, having his marriage shattered, he now lives in seclusion, permanently leaving the stage lights behind. This is a stark warning about the price to be paid for abused power. Do you think Matt Lauer deserves forgiveness? Or does he deserve to be permanently boycotted? Leave your opinion in the comments section. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to not miss the hottest drama stories. Hit the notification bell right now.